Searching stars John Cho and is pretty much as simple as it can get. It's about a dad who's trying to find his missing 16-year-old daughter who mysteriously disappears, but this movie is told all through laptop screens, cell phones, cameras, footage from YouTube videos online, and yeah, it's a gimmick that we've seen before with Unfriended specifically, but this movie does it way better. It utilizes this gimmick a lot more than Unfriended did, and it really is one of the best movies of the year. Because when I saw the trailer for this movie, I kept thinking, okay, this is going to be another Unfriended. We've kind of seen this idea before. I did like Unfriended, except for the end of the movie, which sucked. I didn't see The Dark Web. I skipped that one, not because I had no interest in seeing it, but because after seeing the first Unfriended, I just figured movies like this are just better to watch on your computer because it feels more authentic. And I thought that with this movie going into it, but I heard such good word of mouth that I figured to go see it. And this movie does a lot more with this concept of showing the entire film through a laptop screen, because it's not one static take like in Unfriended. It'll zoom in on text messages, it'll specifically show little details, where it actually feels more like a movie and not something you just happen to be watching on your laptop as you're working on it. And it's actually a very clever, very intense thriller. John Cho is incredible in this movie, playing pretty much a single dad who's worried to death about his daughter and basically sets up this entire search to try to find her. He's doing a lot of research on what she may have been up to the night before, and you really feel for this guy. You root for him to try to get his daughter back, and again, he does a really great performance. All the cast members in this movie are really good, and it just feels like a movie that Alfred Hitchcock would have directed if he had access to this technology. Now, I know those are some giant shoes to fill, especially when you're comparing something to Alfred Hitchcock, but let me explain. Some of Hitchcock's movies were very technically advanced for their time. If you look at Rope tries to give you the impression that this was all done in one take. There are some obvious moments in Rope where you can tell that they run out of film, so it's not all in one take, but it tries to give you that impression. And then you look at something like Rear Window, which is my favorite Hitchcock movie. That entire movie, well, with the exception of two important scenes, takes place in Jimmy Stewart's apartment. Everything that we see is from pretty much his perspective. We never leave the apartment, again, with the exception of two very important scenes. And again, I feel like if Hitch had access to this technology, he would have made something like this. He would have tried to go the extra mile with what he had access to. And yeah, there's really not much else to say about this movie. I don't really have any complaints because the movie is very thrilling. At certain points when you think it's going to go one way, it does a complete 180 and goes the other way. And I find myself on the edge of my seat at several moments. Like, especially when we get to the last act of the movie, a big twist happens that you really don't see coming. But thinking back to the movie, you go, okay, they actually did set up this twist. And it's not like in Jurassic World Fallen Kingdom where the twist is so stupid you can't believe they got away with it. It's actually very well done and well executed in this. So by this point, a lot of people have seen it. But if you still have not seen Searching, please get off your ass and go see it right now. It really is one of the best movies of the year, well crafted all around. And yeah, this is one movie that I feel like is going to get a lot of recognition. Maybe not awards-wise, but I see it ending up on a lot of top 10 lists at the end of the year, including my own. And that's my review for Searching. Now I want to hear what you guys have to say, so go ahead and comments down below. Tell me what you thought of the movie, if you've seen it, and how do you feel about this way of making movies? And do you agree that if Hitch had access to this technology, would he have made this movie? Let me know down below. And until next time, I hope you enjoyed this review. Don't forget to subscribe to the channel, give this video a like, and of course leave a comment. Don't forget to support my Patreon page, follow me on social media. And until next time, this is the real Mr. Robinson telling you there's only one.